You might just be about to waste money if you decide to buy the Tecno Spark 8 ahead of the Tecno Spark 7. Watch this video to understand why I said so. Quickly do me a favor by liking the video so that more people will find it. The Tecno Spark 8 and Tecno Spark 7 share a lot of similarities with just little features separating both phones. For starters, the Spark 8 is available in retail stores nationwide and it's selling for 60,000 naira or $145. The Spark 7 costs 56,000 naira, which is $136. You can save 4,000 naira or $10 if you decide to go with the Spark 7. Now, both phones have a 5,000 mAh battery, a 60 megapixel dual camera, and an 8 megapixel front-facing camera. They both have a 720 IPS LCD display and it can go on. It's very difficult to justify why you should spend the extra bucks and get the Spark 8 ahead of the Spark 7. But then, let's dive deeper and find out more. Starting with the design, I want you to help me decide in the comments your favorite phone between the Tecno Spark 8 and Tecno Spark 7. I'll tell you my favorite design before the end of this video. Both phones have a plastic build that is durable. We have a glossy finish at the back of the Spark 8 that is prone to stains and smudges. On the Spark 7, we have a more matte finish with a textured pattern that hides fingerprint stains. The Spark 8 comes with a TPU case to protect the device, while we don't get that in the box of the Spark 7. Now at the back of the Spark 8, we have two cameras housed in a large cutout that extend to the fingerprint scanner. We have a flash inside the cutout. There is a stop at nothing text written boldly at the back of the device. The Spark 7 has a minimal look when placed side by side with the Spark 8. The camera cutout is easy to relate with because it looks like what we had on the Spark 7P. More on the cameras later on. The fingerprint scanner is responsive and you can't even decide the fastest among the two. They both charge through a micro USB port and also feature a headphone jack. The speaker is at the top here and it's not the best. They both have a dual SIM card and SD card slot on the left side, the volume rocker and unlock key on the right side. What about the display? Are there any differences? Let's take a look. Well, they both use an IPS LCD at 6.5 inches with 720 by 1600 resolution. The quality of the display is the same and there is nothing much that can separate both phones in terms of display. Screen to body ratio is the same, pixel density is the same, just above 250 pixels per inch. When streaming content online, you get similar colors as well as saturation. Where is the single reason for you to spend $10 more for the Spark 8? The display of the Spark 8 is more responsive when you are scrolling through. Both devices are entry-level devices, so we shouldn't expect more than this. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to the channel as I'm currently on my way to 1000 subs. Software-wise, both phones run on Android 11 Go edition. They both run on HiOS, which is Tecno's customized interface. The Spark 7 runs on HiOS 7.5.0 while the Spark 8 runs on HiOS 7.6.0. There is a slight difference between the two and the Spark 8 has some features that are not present on the Spark 7. Performance-wise, we have MediaTek chipset powering both phones. We have the Helio P22 powering the Spark 8 and the Helio A25 powering the Spark 7. The Helio P22 is an octa-core processor from 2018 that's okay for entry-level devices. The A25 is also an octa-core processor but is not as powerful as the P22. Now both phones with me here have 2GB RAM, which is low by 2021 standard. The Spark 7 has 32GB storage space while the Spark 8 has 64GB storage space. Both phones have variants that comes with 3GB RAM and more storage space, but they will cost more. In the camera aspect, both phones have a 16 megapixel main camera and a secondary 2 megapixel depth sensor. We have an 8 megapixel selfie shooter and I'll pair images side by side. Let me know your favorite pictures in the comment section below. Well, battery life across both phones is superb and we both have 5000 mAh across both phones. The battery will last a whole day on both phones. Charging takes up more than 2 hours and it's better to charge at night while you are sleeping. In terms of design, I prefer the Spark 7 and I'll leave the full review on the screen in a matter of seconds. You are better off getting the Spark 7 ahead of the Spark 8 because there is nothing much to separate both phones. The standout difference will be more space on the Spark 8. Otherwise, the display and battery and every other feature are the same. The upgrade is not significant and I'll personally keep the Spark 7 and save some money. That's it for this one and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.